So yesterday we used the section tool, the section cut tool to derive the clipping plane tool. Yes, clipping plane tool to derive sections to import to or export to AutoCAD. Correct. Now this time we're going to do something a little bit different, and it's going to be a little bit more steps, but it's just another way. Okay, and know that this way exists would be good. Okay, so what we're going to do is to create a section cut or a floor plan cut. This could be section, it could be floor plan, using a what is it? Kind of like a paper space in FormZ. So if we go to File and go to New Layout Project, we'll keep it untitled right now, I guess. And we could select the standard paper size, tabloid. There's several choices. Tabloid would work for us right now. Or choose a custom paper size. So again, this is kind of like paper space in AutoCAD. And then when we say OK, it'll bring us up a new document, and that document has this window right here, and what we need to do is create like a viewport, which is in FormZ it would be this frame. So get the frame, click on left click on the mouse, drag, and create a frame. Okay. A dialog box will come up, the frame parameters. Right here is where we choose the document that we want to reference. So mine is collision F2, or if we go over here, you could actually go through all your file tree and get to that particular file. But here is if you had a recent file opened or something, you could select that one. Okay, and we see that file being there. Notice here it says that's the path that we have, and the define parameter, the parameter definition. Right now it says floor plan. If we open that up, expand that, and say section, right? That section plane, clipping plane that we made is also all over that place. Okay, so if we select these, you could get that view in there. But right now we're going to do the floor plans. Well, let's just demonstrate this. The clipping plane 1. Okay, section only means that you're going to see just where it's cut. If you have this off, if you have this not toggled, it should show the lines behind the section cut. Okay, so clipping planes, that's the one. So we'll keep all that there. Notice on this right hand side of the column it says origin. Origin we keep the same. Dimensions, it's whatever it is going to be. Scale. Now, just like setting up a scale and viewport in AutoCAD, the FormZ also asks you to do the same thing. The scale drawings I have for myself is a 1/4 inch. You could always change this to something else, 1/8 inch, 16th inch, 1/2 inch, whatever. I'm going to keep this as a 1/4 inch right now. Remember that scale factor sheet that we handed out to you? It says here on the second line, it says ratio 1 equals 48. That's the exact same number that the scale ratio would be for, or the scale factor would be for a 1/4 inch. Okay, and remember this number because we are going to use it a little later. Okay, so fit, we're not going to fit. All that stuff is fine. Accuracy, 16th inch, I guess is fine. In architectural, it's okay. So let's just say okay. So notice that the exact same section that we took and exported to AutoCAD in the export image is now in this layout. Okay, so if we take this one and say file export DWG, let me put this onto my folder. Where is it? 16 winter collision. I'll put it here for now. That was A1, right? From frame. Okay, now save that. And all of these settings seems to be just as the same as yesterday, so it would be okay. So this I have already exported as a scale drawing. So if I open up AutoCAD and try to look for that file, where is that? 16 winter collision frame building, open, continue. I have that exact same drawing. Okay, let's check the dimensions on this. Distance, DI, select that to that. What should that number be? 36. And it says right there, what is that? 9 inches. It is because we set up a scale when we imported this this frame view to that 1/4 inch scale, that the scale the drawing that we exported is at a 1/4 inch scale. This is very handy when you're already going into if you're putting the AutoCAD drawing right into programs like Illustrator or something, that you drop it in at the exact scale so that you can work on it at a presentation paper size, which is what you're going to do in Illustrator file. Okay, but if we wanted to have this as a real size 1:1, you can always say scale, select everything, and then scale it up. What's the ratio? What's the scale factor? Huh? Yes, so scale at 48, and then zoom, extends, and then if we check the distance, it'll be right here to right here. It says 36 feet. Okay, so remember when we scale out of FormZ into AutoCAD DWG file, we could do the same thing when we get into AutoCAD. You could scale up again. Okay, again, this is another longer process maybe, but it depends on the file, that the final presentation program that you're going to use. If you're going to use Illustrator or if you're going to use AutoCAD, if you're going to work on this drawing some more, you may or may not need to scale up again, or that way you could keep everything the way it is and use it as such. Okay, so this is the exact same section A1, and I don't know, this does look a little cleaner, I think, although one problem is that the layer does become a little bit goofy. Notice that I have this here added layer 1. Okay, so if I try something like layout, it doesn't look like there's anything in there, right? If I zoom, there is nothing in there. If I select something, I know there's something there because there's all these grips, right? What that means is that when it converted out, I should have set some parameters so that the lines will be a certain color. If you don't worry about it. Like I said, if we have this, when we export it to AutoCAD from FormZ, it did create a layer 1 for me. All I have to do is go into the color palette, right, and then index color, change that back to layer 7, because right now it's at some weird color that I have no idea what it is. It is some kind of mix of red, green, and blue at this weird ratio color mix, right? So if I get it back to 7, color 7, which is always black, and then say, okay, this, which looks like its color, should be fine. Oops, maybe it's not fine. Okay, let's do this too. Let's go to model space, grab this, and I'm going to change the layer to 0. Okay, so if I list this thing, it'll be layer 0. Now, regen, and then go back to layers. It's not getting me anything. What the hell? It shouldn't. Yeah? That's my origin. And in the model, that's my origin. Oh, here it is. It is also set by object as well. What we should have done is, instead of this 255 color, which is basically light gray, which is almost white, what I should have said was by layer, so that now it's really turned into the white color or the black color, depending on which frame that you're looking at. And this might go by layer as well, the line weight, and the line type, solid would be good. Okay, so everything here is by layer, and by layer. Okay. I said by layer. Okay, so this property part you only do if you're changing 1 or 2 or more, a little bit more of the line, just the individual lines themselves. Otherwise, try to keep it all in the by layer column. Okay, so now if I look at this thing, yes, I see that object in there. Okay, so 1, check your layers, make sure that your layer is set to a certain color. Okay, color white, yeah, that's fine. And all of these setting right here for those individual lines are set to by layer, and then you should be able to see all that line work. Okay, now let's go back to FormZ. You could always save this layout as something. I'm just gonna not save it because I don't want it. Okay, and then we'll work on a new layout page. Same process. I'm going to keep it as a tabloid because my object's going to fit into a tabloid sheet. Okay, so alright, content, make a content frame, and this time I am going to save floor plan. Okay, define parameter by floor, oh sorry, I should open the recent file first, or it's going to ask me, hey, what do you want to open? Okay, so the name is collision 2, like I said, like I had before, and this time define parameters, I'm going to set this to floor plan. If you noticed here, there's also top, bottom, right, left, back, front. That would be exporting your like elevations if you wanted to that way. Okay, so that's one way. Yeah, so this time we're going to go by floor plan. Like I said, you can choose top, left, bottom, you know, the roof plan, the right, the bottom, which is from underneath, the right, left, back, front, which it would be your north, south, east, west elevation. So instead of, I know some of you have not done your projection AutoCAD drawings yet, but if you know, this is one way to get all those drawings all at once when you already have your models. Okay, but right now we're going to deal with floor plan, and with floor plan you get a choice of elevation. right here you can set the elevation of where you want the cut to happen. Again, this plan only, that means that it should only take where it's been cut. Okay, so let's try from the top, 22 feet. 22 feet, and if I say plan only and say OK, it's okay, my paper maybe was not big enough. Let me try this again. New layout, tabloid, landscape, okay, content, set content, that, define parameter 4 feet. Let's keep that off for now, see what happens. And the scale is 1/4 inch. If it is too big, you can always change that to 1/8 inch, and that'll change the ratio to 96. So just keep in mind that's the ratio that we need to do if we want to scale back up again. Okay, so that is at 4 foot off the ground. We'll try the 22 foot and say okay, and it got me all of the plan view in whatever's the cut, right? So now we want to keep this view. So we'll say file again. We could save this layout, which is fine, so that you could use it at another time, or since we're just trying to mine the AutoCAD drawing, again we could go to export DWG and then save it into our folder as floor plan. Let's say collision to floor plan, 22 for 22 foot above ground. Okay, so save that. Okay, and let's see what it looks like in our AutoCAD. So open floor plan 22, open, continue, and that looks like what my floor plan should look like. Okay, again, it looks like it's changed all my it did some weird settings there, so I would probably want to change all of this stuff to layer 0 for now, because we are going to change the layers according to the line weights and stuff. But as for now, we want to keep everything in by layer by layer by layer. Okay, yep, so that turned it into a regular file. So save that, and then we could close that out. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay, and so what we're going to do is do the same thing, file, new layout or new layout project, and do the same thing with the other two floor plan cuts that I want you to do at the 4 foot level and at the 14 foot level, as well as the 22 foot level. Okay, so let's get that done.